good morning. Tell you what, that's a decent way to start the day right there. I've been throwing a swim bait around for a little bit, and shoot, I just put that spinner bait on there for a second, and I mean, I'll tell you what, that sucker absolutely hammered it. And of course my chest cam cut off as I'm reeling him in. Thanks, GoPro. Solid. Okay. All right. First cast with a speed worm. Just a little guy, but still a keeper. That little sucker's been eating good. Yes, sir. There's number 5 right there, and that hook just fell slam out. And I know you guys just saw me lose one right there in the pads earlier. Gosh dang, and that one felt like a good one too, but I don't think it was this big. We're gonna get a quick weight on this sucker and then we'll let her go. Let's see here. 392, so just barely, just a hair under 4 pounds. One shad shy of 4 pounds, so but a good one right there, and that's number 5. We'll see if we can get on a few more like this one here. That is one solid little bass right there, nice and healthy. been a little while and I've had a few come off. But there we go. Little skinny guy right there. I don't know. I really hope I got it on film. But this sucker looked like he came slam out the water to get that worm. So. And that's a wrap, friends. So I decided to go ahead and do the outro at home. As you'll see in part 2 of this video, the wind really picked up, and I could have probably done an outro on the lake, but the sound would have been horrible. I had to remove my external mic from the GoPro because it was just raining on and off all day long, and I didn't want to destroy the mic. But anyway, so I just want to give you guys an update on a few things, and then also, you know, tell you what I caught him on. So first things first, I noticed when I was on my way back to the ramp that the engine was just acting a little funny. And when I pulled the boat off the water and I started strapping everything down, I looked at the back of my, you know, where the motor attaches to the jack plate and onto the boat itself. And I noticed that one of the bolts that holds the jack plate together, where the jack plate actually slides up and down, was sheared off. I mean, it just completely broke. And I'll put a picture here so you guys can see. Hopefully it'll show up and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Not a good situation, because if the other one would have broke as well, I might have lost an engine. You never know. I'm actually shooting this outro the following week, just because I didn't get a chance to do it when I was on the lake. And then as soon as I got home, I was really just trying to empty the boat out so I could get it to the boat dealer the next day. The very next morning, I took the boat to the dealer. It looked like I wasn't gonna get my boat back there for a while. They were quoting me like, you know, a week and a half to 2 weeks or whatever. But the good news is I did get the boat back. I actually got the boat back about 5 days later, and it was actually only 3 business days later. So I really got to give it to them. Parkway Marine really took care of me and got me back on the water. Minus the jack plate, because there's nothing I could do about that. The jack plate was broken. Heck, I could not even get a hold of TH Marine to get the replacement parts to fix the jack plate. So I told the dealer, hey, just take the dang jack plate off, because I want to get back on the water. I didn't feel like waiting around for the supply chain and for TH Marine to finally answer the phone and get us the parts that we needed to fix the dang thing. And then, you know, I didn't know how much confidence I was even going to have in the dang jack plate once I put it back on there. So now my motor's mounted straight to my transom, which, you know, that's not a big deal. But back to fishing. This video, as you can already tell, it's going to be in 2 parts. I don't know how many I caught in the morning between, you know, right at light up until about noon. But that's when I switched patterns. I went from fishing shallow, and then I went to fishing main lake, deeper stuff out on some ledges that were close to spawning areas. And I felt like I needed to cut this into 2 parts, because I've got about 20 fish catches in the next part, and I didn't want this video to be over 30 minutes long, and that's where it was headed if I would have tried to combine the 2. And honestly, for me, I don't want to watch a 30-minute YouTube video, but that's just me. You guys might like that stuff, but, you know, I was kind of, you know, thinking about you guys and everything, and I thought maybe you guys are like me and you don't want to watch a 30-minute YouTube video. I mean, there's a lot of great creators out there that make these really long YouTube videos, and honestly, I want to watch them, but I'm not going to sit through a 40 to 50-minute YouTube video, no matter how good it is, just because I'm limited on time. I just don't have that much free time in my life. But anyway, let me get into how I caught him this morning, and then I'll do another wrap up and tell you about how I caught him out deeper for the second half of the video. But this morning, you know, I started throwing a swim bait early, and I wasn't getting any bites. I thought I was going to be able to capitalize on an early morning shad spawn, but I think that was postponed a little bit because the air temperature was 50 degrees. I mean, it had dropped tremendously from the day before, so it was cold out there. And they just weren't in the pads like I thought they were going to be. I threw that swim bait around and I did not get any bites on it at all. So that's when I picked up a spinnerbait, and I did not pick up this spinnerbait, but I did pick up this rod. And I was using a Dobyns Sierra 734 40-pound braid to a 15-pound fluorocarbon leader, P-line if it matters, Lew's 7-to-1 gear ratio reel. And I was actually, the spinnerbait I was throwing was a War Eagle spinnerbait, and it was a 3/8 ounce. This is a 1/2 ounce, and this is what you'll see me throwing out on the ledges in part 2 of this video. And obviously I needed something a little heavier than 3/8 ounce to get down to those deeper fish. But in the morning, I was only fishing in 2 to 3 foot of water, and that 3/8 ounce fit the bill. And you know, it caught me a few fish, and the ones that hit it, I think I caught 3 fish on it. And I mean, the ones that hit it, they really hit it. They really wanted that spinnerbait. I wasn't getting the amount of bites that I thought I should be getting. I thought there were fish in the area, and I thought they just weren't committing. And like I said, I don't think the shad were really up in the pads yet because of that temperature drop. So I switched over to a speedworm, and on here you can see I have a watermelon red speedworm. It's because I've been fishing since I shot this video. But I was actually using a June bug speedworm, and I had that rigged with a 1/4 ounce weight 5/0 round bend hook, and I'm using the I want to say it's the Mustad grip pen round bend, and it's a 5/0 1/4 ounce tungsten and 17-pound fluorocarbon leader to 40-pound braid. And I was throwing that on a Dobyns 755 Ecstasy, and I was just using the Ecstasy. You know, anytime I'm using soft plastics, especially when I'm around vegetation, I really want every bit of sensitivity that I can get, because you know, as you're fishing around vegetation, sometimes weeds and pad stems and grass, it feels like a fish bite. So the Dobyns allows me to, you know, for the most part, 95% of the time, it's going to let me know if it's grass or if that's actually a fish bite. You can tell the difference. But you know, there's always going to be that time where grass feels like a fish, and where a fish feels like grass. It is what it is. But that's what I was using, and I was really just had it going as a slow roll, stop and go pace. I may put the second half of that video out later this week. We'll see, but it may have to wait till next week. We'll see when that video comes out, but I think you'll enjoy watching it. I really appreciate you guys for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video and you'd like to follow my fishing adventures, hit that subscribe button. If you just enjoyed watching this video, hit that like button. And you can also follow me on Instagram if you want. Sometimes I post over there too, maybe some short clips or maybe some pictures of some fish catches. We'll catch you guys next time. Take care.